y'all, we just got our first van. It is a Dodge Ram 1500 Mark III. It's got the high top to it. So we're gonna be taking this on our family trips, but it needs a lot of work and love before that. So come around, we'll show you the inside. So it runs fine. The AC is the only issue. We put Freon in it. There's clearly a Freon leak somewhere. Gonna rip out the carpets. Let's open it up. So we're gonna rip out the carpets. All of this wood, we're gonna take it all off, sand it down, restain it, reseal it. It's gonna look brand new. All of this, see, it's all bubbling. Can peel right off. Gonna take this out. Up here, we're gonna put in a TV. Gonna mount a little flat screen there. But my favorite part about the van is I can stand all the way up right here. And then we've got our electric lay down, so they're not manual. So this is gonna lay all the way down. We're gonna put a bed on top of it. But it's a 98 and it's really not in bad condition. I mean, the seats are pretty well, you know, decently taken care of. The front one we're gonna have to reupholster. Show you the back. So what we're about to do now is fix this because the automatic lock doesn't work on this. But we got a piece from the junkyard that we're gonna replace so that this is going to work. Gonna rip the seat belts out back here. But first things first is we're going to rip all the seats up, rip the carpet so we can get started on the carpet. But yeah, so stay tuned, watch our journey.
I'm putting a new door lock into the back. Something was up with the lock, and it needed to be replaced. So I got one from the junkyard, and I got a panel to go over the door from the junkyard.
And now I'm working on taking out those back seats. Clearly I'm struggling.
Yeah.
A lot of bolts to take out.
And those bolts went into the frame, and I had to get up underneath the van while she drilled them out. So it was a pain in the ass to get those seats out. So they will stay in the van forever. And we're never going to take them out again. So as you can see right here, I'm putting the panel back on the door. I replaced the lock. I think I was trying to fix the electric door locks for the back. Everything works in the van. Like the front doors, when you hit the button, the door unlocks and locks, but the backs didn't. And me replacing the lock still didn't fix it, so to hell with it. I'll just use a key.
Called in for reinforcements. I tagged out.
Mind you, all this time that we're working on it is just getting the little plastic covers off the frame of the seat. We haven't even gotten to actually unbolting these heavy seats yet. And it's kind of a good thing that we did take them out because we got a chance to grease the rails and pretty much grease everything under there so the seat lays down and, you know, folds up right properly. Doesn't get binded up or anything.
Oh, here's my shining moment. I sanded all of the wood, all of it. So,
except the ceiling.
Except for the ceiling part because we couldn't get that one out. But all the side wood, all the everything, sanded it all the way down to the wood because it had the bubble coat, that bubble top coat over it. hours and hours and hours of sanding.
Yeah, it took her like a week to sand and stain all of that wood that was in the van, and we probably would have just left it or just did the pieces that were really bad, because not all of it was bad. Once we started taking the wood out, we were pretty much committed at that point, and we changed the color to black. So now we had to change all the wood in the van, which was a whole lot more. I mean, you could have built a fence out of all this wood in this van. I did not realize there was this much wood in the van. Just looking at it, it doesn't look like a lot. But once it started coming out in pieces, and you would think that a lot of it would have been connected, but instead of one long piece, it was like 50 pieces on one panel.
On each section, it was awful.
Yeah.
Awful.
So we went through a lot of sandpaper, had to go buy a new sander. I think we burnt out the old one or messed up the old one or something. So.
This was more bolts that were through the frame. I did the inside job, he did the outside job. That was for what, seatbelts?
Yeah, the seatbelts needed taken out for whatever reason. They were going through the carpet.
Yeah, we couldn't rip up the carpet around it without taking them off.
And if you look at that cardboard that was under the carpet in the back, you can see where it has like water spots. So it had like a slow drip leak through the back doors that was just adding to the smell in the van. Ooh, you're a fast sweeper. I like that one.
It was good. I'm just trying to get the little pieces of carpet that's stuck from the glue that held the carpet down in some spots. And that carpet around those, the wheel, what is that?
The wheel well.
Wheel well. The carpet around the wheel well was the hardest part of the carpets to rip up. Love that. So much glue. So much glue. reinstalling the bases to the front seats now, because those have to be bolted back down through the frame. Ta-da!
And that's the new carpet, obviously.
This is our random project to build the extension on the bed where the mattress will go, so the mattress doesn't hang off. So it creates the conversion seat long enough to hold an entire queen mattress now. So that's what we are building here. My sanding skills again.
And as you can see, I cut the wood pretty crooked, but we still made it work in the end. Drilling pilot screws right now, so we can get screws in there, so it acts kind of like a table.
We wanted to do it this way so that it was still open, so we could still store things underneath the bed, but still giving it enough support. So
yeah, because we'll take a jack and a tool kit and things that ensure us not to be living in another state for the rest of our lives. So now I'm blowing air off of it. So here we are carpeting, or here she is carpeting the extension.
we just use speaker box carpet and my strong muscles.
Grab my strong hand.
Fits perfect. Yay! It looks good.
Hello, fellow van lifers.
Hi! So, this is going to be part 1 of our van experience, getting it together. So, we want to talk about why we got the van. We started obsessing over van life videos and watching everybody transform their van and travel and all the cool stuff that they're doing with it. So we wanted to do the same. It piqued our interest.
Yeah, we have a 2-year-old, and my fondest memories when I was little is going with my uncle in the car, going to different states, very uncomfortable. We never had a van, but I want her to grow up that way also.
I grew up with a van, but there was 8 children, so you sat straight up. So
yeah, so we pulled one of the seats out because really it's just going to be the 3 of us. So we found this van on Facebook for sale for $2,500. Guy was in prison for 7 years. and he was a smoker, not the cleanest guy you ever wanted to meet. He was drunk when I picked it up. Anyway, the whole van stunk, like cigarettes and mold. It had been sitting for 7 years in his parents' yard. So, but I saw the potential. It had fairly low miles. It had 139,000 miles, which for 2,500 bucks, we couldn't find anything with under 150,000 miles. So, we got a deal there. All the tires were dry rotted. We ripped out all the carpet, pulled all the seats out. She cleaned them. You want to tell me about that one?
Yeah, man. The thickness of nicotine throughout this vehicle was ridiculous. Everything was yellow. Everything was brown. So, cleaned everything. We cleaned all the panels, the seats, took them, stripped them out the fan, soaked them, watched the nicotine melt off. It was disgusting.
It's all brown, just brown and yellow.
Disgusting. Pulled out. This van has a ton of wood, like a forest of wood. Pulled it all out, sanded it all down because it had bubbled up under the clear coat, so it had to be done. So sanded all the way down to the wood and restained it to go with our kind of color scheme. So sand them all black and clear coat, sand them, stain them all black, clear coat, all of the plastics that were originally like a gray blue.
Yeah, but then they turned like yellow.
Turned like a yellow, brown, blue color. So we painted them all black. So kind of the whole theme is the gray and black thing that we've got going on in here just to fit our style. We've put up curtain rods so that we can have curtains, blackout curtains over our windows to sleep in.
LED lights, 19-inch flat screen TV. So we have a terabyte flash drive that's on a USB, and I have about, 250 to 300 movies on there. Kids movies for us, so, there's no shortage of entertainment, if we're just sitting somewhere.
Yeah.
Which is what we're going to do. We're going to go down to the Keys and probably just park at the beach for a week or so. I'm going to build a solar shower for the roof, so that'll be in the next video. We also have a small suitcase generator. It's like this tiny, 2,000 watt generator. It's real quiet. So I'm going to get a cargo carrier for the back of the van that goes in the hitch. And then we're going to just put the generator on there. I'm going to put it in a box and cut out some holes so it doesn't get wet. And just run an extension cord from there. And then we're going to put a stationary air conditioner in the front. Probably about an 8,000 BTU AC, which will keep it cool at nighttime. We'll run that off the generator so it's not running off the van. So we don't have to run the van all night. And we're close. We're almost done. So this is part one. We did a lot so far.
Yeah, we installed fans. We are aiming for comfort. So where we've done our bed, we bought a queen size, like foam futon mattress. So it's actually super comfortable, but it wasn't super expensive. And instead of building our own like bed frame underneath, we are using the seat, just laying it flat. But we actually just today built an extension to go under it so that we can have the bed all the way fully extended and fit the entire queen size mattress. Installed fans on both sides of our, where we'll sleep, where our heads will, so we have his and her fans. We have our own little personal night lights on each side that we can, control. What else have we got? That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
That's what we've done. Still need, and what did you do with the mechanics, the engines and stuff?
Oh.
Whole tune-up, right?
So yeah, I did a whole tune-up on the van. Spark plugs, distributor cap. We put an aluminum radiator in there. I knew the radiator was going to go bad, and sure enough, just starting it in the driveway and moving it around, a pinhole shot out, antifreeze one day, which I was already expecting that. So I'm probably going to get the transmission rebuilt. I don't know yet. I changed the filter and the fluid was black. It looked like oil. And it had a lot of metal in the pan, which kind of spooked me. So I've been driving the van and the fluid hasn't changed. Like it's still pink and looks brand new. So I'm gonna run it a little longer, take a couple of trips in it, not far, maybe an hour away, 2 hours away, and see how it holds up. And if it holds up fine, we'll take it down to the Keys. But chances are, I'm gonna rebuild the transmission in it, which is gonna cost about 900. And I don't hear good things about these Dodge transmissions anyway. This is a '98 Dodge B1500 van. So I heard that the motor's good. The 318 is a good motor, but I heard the trannies aren't that great. So I really wanted a Chevy, but couldn't find one in our price range. So that's where we're at. So take a look.
Okay, so rundown of our part 1 improved van. We've got our newly stained, all black interior, the new LED lights here, our curtains that slide and Velcro down in the bottom to keep the excess light out. We've got our TV, cameraman, our TV here, and then what's this box that you got?
That is a converter for the terabytes.
Yes.
The terabyte flash drive, because for whatever reason the TV would not decode the format that the flash drive was in, so I had to buy that thing, which was only $20. So if your TV doesn't work off of a USB flash drive, get one of those things. Pull it out real quick. Well, actually, leave it.
Oh, don't play it. Okay. But our TV plays DVDs and Blu-rays too, so it's only a 19-inch, but it's
Yeah, it was
perfect.
like $120 on Amazon.
Yeah. Yep, and then we have our wonderful bed and our extension that we built to give us an extra 9 inches of laying room, which fits the queen absolutely perfectly. So we've got a multi-outlet here because we've got a lighter outlet. So we've got a multi-outlet. It fits 3 of like the lighters. We've got USBs and everything. But the cool thing is, when we press this button, it turns on everything. So we've got our fans. Of course, when our bed is made and we're in it, we'll lay here with our feet that way. Pillows and everything leaned up against the glass. But these fans are so strong. They're like perfect. Rotate and everything. How much were these? Like 20 bucks?
Yeah, 20 or 30 bucks.
Right around there.
On Amazon.
So we've got them on both sides. Same with our little reading lights here. You know, just to have some, you know, it doesn't look bright now because it's daytime, but they're really bright. So we've got one there. That way we don't have to get up and turn all the lights on if we want to see in the middle of the night. We've got one there, and then we've got my little guy here on this side, which has fallen. There we go. We've got that. We've got the same with our curtains. They roll back, and then we can Velcro them to keep that extra light out. It's perfect. Anything else? Other than that, oh, we got our, I don't know if you can see it from there. We got our iPad mount, so on our long drives we can have our iPad playing for whatever, YouTube, probably more van life videos. That's about it. That's everything. All the good stuff. All right. Come back for part 2.